All right, yes, thank you very much, Africa. Thank you, the world. Thank you, in fact, Africa, to be precise, for joining us wherever you are watching us from. African Cup of Nations 2025 draw has been completed by the Confederations of African Football, CAF. And we have the full groups for the African Cup of Nations 2025 that will be staged in Morocco from December 2025 until January 2026. So this year we did in African Cup of Nations will come on for Morocco inside, and Nigeria will be representing. Yes, Nigeria, the Super Eagles, the fantastic team, Nigeria will be represented at the African Cup of Nations. Unfortunately, Ghana is not present. So if you're a Ghanaian, I'm sure you cannot watch this video. I am very sorry. It is not my fault that Ghana couldn't qualify for the African Cup of Nations. We talked to you about the problems surrounding the Black Stars of Ghana, but you people, you just didn't qualify. So right now, officially, as a Ghanaian, I pledge to support Nigeria Super Eagles at the upcoming African Cup of Nations 2025. I am a full supporter of the Nigerian Super Eagles. And this Afcon in Morocco, Nigeria is going to win it, whether you like it or not. Nigeria is winning this Afcon in Morocco, and it is so clear. It is, as I have declared my support for Nigeria Super Eagles, it is so clear that Nigeria is going to win this Afcon 2025. So the groups have been confirmed by CAF. We will go through the groups, what we think, or which teams do we think are going to qualify outside of this group, and we'll look at the possible permutations for the teams to qualify, and then we'll talk to you specially about the Nigeria Super Eagles in this video on this channel, Sports 7GH. Please do also subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell, and select all. Leave your thoughts, comments, views, opinions below in the comment section if you have any. Thank you very much for staying with us and joining us once again. So the groups, in fact, Group A is made up of Morocco, the host nation Morocco, and we have Mali, Zambia, and Comoros. Morocco, Mali, Zambia, and Comoros. This is a very difficult group, if you ask me. It's a very difficult group because look, Morocco is the host nation. Morocco is in a form of their lives, yes. And you know, Morocco, it's been so long since they won the Afcon, over 40 years since they won the Afcon. So this particular Afcon is an Afcon that Morocco are really hoping to win the Afcon. I think on top of my head, I think Morocco won the Afcon in like 1970 something. Very, very long time ago. Very long time, over 45 years ago. So this particular host, and this is a host and win Afcon for Morocco. They want to win the Afcon just like Ivory Coast did it the last time. And if you look at the players and the quality, right now, they have the likes of Brahim Diaz of Real Madrid. They have Hakim Ziyech. They have Hakimi of PSG also. They have a lot of quality players to their name. And don't forget that Morocco made the history for Africa in the just ended African World Cup. That's the 2022 World Cup, when they went all the way to the semi-finals of the World Cup. So they want to win something. It was a huge disappointment for them when they failed to win the Afcon the last time. So this time they want to win it, and I think obviously as a host nation, they are one of the teams to watch in this one. But of course, the group, definitely they are going to qualify from the group. So which team or teams will be going together with Morocco? Is it going to be Mali, Zambia, or Comoros? I think Comoros is likely to be the whipping boys in the group, but then they can be tricky. Comoros is a very tricky team. Now, when they came to the Afcon for the first time in 2019 in Cameroon, they qualified out of the group at the expense of Ghana. I remember this story very well. They beat Ghana on the last day to qualify out of the group. So Zambia and Mali should be very careful that Comoros will not go through. But I am suspecting that this group will produce three teams. And I'm suspecting that the first three teams, which is Morocco, Mali, and Zambia, are going to qualify from the group. Group B comprises of Egypt, South Africa, Angola, and Zimbabwe. Now, Egypt also had a very poor Afcon the last time in Ivory Coast. Very, very poor Afcon. Right after the Afcon, their coach was sacked, a new coach was brought in, and they are doing very, very well. well for themselves for the World Cup qualifiers and the rest. They've been on top form. I think Egypt will qualify from this group. South Africa went all the way to the semi-finals of the last Afcon. They've been doing very well with their World Cup qualifiers and Afcon qualifiers. They did extremely well. I think South Africa, this group is also likely to produce 3 teams, because Angola is also a very, very tough team. Well-drilled team. Angola is part of the reasons why Ghana couldn't qualify for the Afcon, because they topped the group involving Ghana, Sudan, and Niger. And Angola, they can do something. They can get some wins and draws. Zimbabwe, I'm not suspecting them to pull any surprise. Not at all. Unlike I'm suspecting Comoros to pull a surprise, I don't expect Zimbabwe to pull a surprise at all. In Group C, that's where we have the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The Super Eagles, Massa. This Afcon is for Super Eagles, whether you like it or not. As I've declared my support for them. Oh, it's a simple win for Super Eagles. Now, the Group C comprises of Nigeria, Tunisia, Uganda, and Tanzania. Nigeria, Tunisia, Uganda, and Tanzania. I think this group is going to produce just 2 teams to qualify from the group. Just 2. And that's going to be Nigeria and Tunisia. They are going to qualify from this group. I don't see the quality of Uganda and Tanzania good enough to qualify out of the group, whether as 3rd best placed teams or whatever. I don't see them to pull any surprise. I think Nigeria will qualify, Tunisia will qualify, Uganda and Tanzania will qualify. Now, Nigeria went all the way to the to the finals of the last Afcon. They nearly won it, but Ivory Coast did a host and win. Now, if you look at the team Nigeria is building, it's a team that has a lot of quality attackers. Still, they have Boniface, they have Victor Osimhen, they have Ademola Lookman, who just won the CAF Best Player. Okay, and we'll be coming into this particular Afcon with renewed confidence and everything. Don't forget that the reason why Ademola Lookman won the CAF Best Player was because of the last Afcon in February of 2023. It tells you that he will come into this Afcon also with renewed energy and hunger to try and retain that particular CAF Best Player award, and he's going to help Nigeria a lot. If you look at the likes of Ola Aina of Nottingham Forest, the season Ola Aina is having with Nottingham Forest, I think that by December he will be in some very, very top form to help Nigeria at the back. Yes, they have some very. Bali is also the goalkeeper of the side, very solid, and his form from the Afcon has never come down. He's still on top form, even though he's still playing in the South African league. I think Nigeria is having everything. The midfield is also, if you look at Iwobi with Fulham this season, exceptional. Some quality names in the midfield, the likes of Chukwueze will be attackers, but of course you can also shift in as midfielders. I think Nigeria is having a very, very good team, and now they have a new coach. The coach of that's Eric Shelley. He's the new coach of Nigeria Super Eagles and can also pull a surprise. He's a very, very good attacking minded coach, and that's the reason why I think that Nigeria can actually compete for this trophy, because you're having a good attacking minded coach and also have quality attacking minded players. Very, very quality attacking minded players. So Nigerian Super Eagles, yes, Group C. Obviously, they are going to qualify, and they are one of my favorites to win the African Cup of Nations. In Group D, that's where we have Senegal, DR Congo, Benin, and Botswana. Again, in this Group D, I am suspecting that just 2 teams will qualify from this group. 2 teams. That is Senegal and DR Congo will qualify. I don't think Benin and Botswana will pull any surprise whatsoever. No surprise at all. It's just going to be Senegal, DR Congo qualifying to the next stage. Senegal is also one of the teams to compete for this Afcon. Yes, it's a top team. They are one of the teams to compete for this Afcon, and yeah, I think so. And DR Congo is also having some quality players, Wissa and the rest. I really think that they are going to be a tough team for the other members of the group. Now, Group E. That's where we have Algeria, Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, and then Sudan. That's where we have Ghanaian coach Kwesi Appiah, Sudan, with his people in Group E. This is going to be a difficult group for Sudan and Coach Kwesi Appiah. Very, very difficult group. But I suspect 3 teams can qualify from this group. It's either Equatorial Guinea or Sudan will be part of the 3 teams qualifying. Now, Algeria and Burkina Faso will qualify. Algeria and Burkina Faso, they will qualify. But I suspect one of Sudan or Equatorial Guinea qualifying. The reason why is because, look, Sudan is a very good team, made up of local-based players who are well drilled and they can adjust to any formation. Whether you want to attack and score goals, they will be there. When you want to defend, then they will be there. So I'm telling you that Sudan is a very, very good team, and they can actually qualify from this group. Group F. That's also a group I'm suspecting that 3 teams can qualify. We have Ivory Coast, that's the last group. Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Gabon, Mozambique. Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Gabon, Mozambique. Ivory Coast, definitely. They also have some very good attacking options. Very, very solid. When it comes to goal scoring, they are there. When it comes to defending, Frank Kessié is still doing very well in the midfield, helping Ivory Coast. They are also one of the teams to possibly win the trophy. One of the teams. Cameroon can be there and about. Yes, Cameroon. They have the likes of Baliba of Brighton and Hove Albion in top form. Can be there and about also in terms of teams that can win the league, they win the Afcon. And then we have Gabon and then Mozambique also making this group. I think Gabon can actually qualify to the next round of this particular competition as one of the 3rd place teams. So in all, I am expecting Morocco to qualify to the next round, Mali to qualify, Zambia to qualify, but I'm saying that Comoros can pull a surprise. Don't forget, in Group B, I'm expecting Egypt, South Africa, and Angola to qualify. In Group C, I'm expecting Nigeria and Tunisia to qualify. Group D, Senegal and DR Congo to qualify. Group E, Algeria, Burkina Faso, and Equatorial Guinea to qualify. Group F, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, and Gabon to qualify. My predictions for the African Cup of Nations 2025. Morocco from December 2025 to January 2026. Let me know your thoughts, comment, views, opinions in the comment section of the video. Like the video, hit the notification bell, and select. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.